What up, Jank says? It's episode 124, and guess what? This time, I'm not doing it by myself. I found a friend. So let's get into it.
Janky Town, hit the ground. We can get the janky poppin', that's a sound. We make your frown go upside down. It's getting janky, we the greatest pound for pound. What up, Dave? What up, Dave? What up, bro? What up, Janks? What up, Dave? What up, Dave? What up, bro? What up, Janks? It's getting janky. It's getting janky. It's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. It's getting janky. It's getting janky. It's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. Janky Town.
That's right, it's episode 124 of Janky Town, and you could reach us at jankytown69@gmail.com if you want to email, or follow us on Twitter at jankytown69. Nope, just Jankytown. Nope, it is jankytown69.
Nice.
What is it? No, I think it's just Jankytown. Shit, I don't even know our own handle. But that's okay, because you could hit me up at Dave, K-O-M, but the O is a 0, because I fucked up my own Twitter account long time ago. And on Instagram, it's the same. But you could find my guest. Some of you might know her as Casey, the girl on the button. Is that what we called you?
It was like Casey the girl with her finger on the button. It was
Too long
to actually use.
Yeah, it was something like that. But Casey Oliver, welcome to Janky Town.
This is the jankiest setup I think I've ever seen. I love it so much.
Yeah, I mean, okay, for behind the scenes, let's just start, get it out of the way. This is Wednesday, March 8th, when we're recording this. Jank says, I try to record this on Sunday with Casey, and she was nice enough to take time out of her busy-ass day of whatever she does. I don't know what she does, but we connect, and we're doing it remotely. And Casey, what happened when we try to talk?
So I thought I had a podcast mic, couldn't find it. Borrowed it from a neighbor. Great, cool. Plug it in, not recognizing the mic. Not realizing that that's, not actually the issue. I think the mic honestly doesn't work. But try to record from my computer. Cool, maybe it won't sound as great, but at least we'll get audio. Yeah, audio on a 2-second delay. So we were very awkwardly talking to each other with these pauses. Like if you were watching like a TV that's doing like a satellite interview and they have to wait for the answer to actually be heard. That's what it was like. And then with echo, and it was a mess. So today...
But that wasn't even the end of it, because I tried to say, all right, let's use a phone. I'll phone a friend.
Yeah.
And I tried to call you. Same thing was happening. Just looping over and over. Because when I first started, you were the one looping. And then when somehow the loop went from me to you, right? Like
Yeah, it was just not good. So we're like, okay, we'll solve the problem. We'll do it in person. And we haven't seen each other in person in years. Pandemic.
No. I haven't seen you since we got fired from KROQ.
On the phone during a global pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Okay, about that. Like, how else were you going to do it? Were they going to call everyone in and be like, hey?
That's true.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, I haven't seen you since then. But that was an hour and a half, at least, right? An hour and a half.
It was almost 2 hours ago, and we've been messing with audio again ever since.
Yeah, because you said...
mic not working, and then headphones not working, and then...
So, right now, we are literally talking into one mic. We're 2 people, 1 mic. 2 podcasters, 1 mic.
Yeah.
So, check it out on YouTube. Yep.
It's janky.
That is janky.
I expect nothing less from you, Dave.
So it is Janky Town. Well, Casey, I want for the people who don't know you to get to know you, and I want to get to know you better. So I want to know, what's your life story?
Oh man.
Like, real quick, catch us up to your life right now.
Let's see, I worked at KROQ for 14 years.
Let's start before that. Where did you go to school? Where did you grow up?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that crap.
Yeah. We want to get to know you before we get your takes on this bullshit that I have scheduled for us today.
I grew up in Laverne. Which is close to the LA County Fairgrounds.
909.
Yes, but we were the 714 when I was a kid, man. We were the 714.
Relegated to 909.
And then the crappy parts got further relegated to 951. So we're still okay. We're in the clear.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We're in the clear. We are not the IE. Laverne is not the IE.
It's Los Angeles.
It is Los Angeles County.
But 909. It's weird.
It is.
Yeah.
But San Dimas is also 909.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm kind of grew up by the LA County Fairgrounds and Raging Waters, where the 10, 210, and 57 meet in San Dimas.
Yeah.
I went to University of Laverne because my mom was a professor there, and I was on full tuition remission. So
And she got you in?
Yeah, so no student loan debt.
It was like USC scandal. She just said, "Oh, you're an athlete."
No, they don't give athletic scholarships.
Well,
and I only
that's
played volleyball a year.
Yeah, but that's how the people got into USC, right?
No, well,
they faked it that you were in volleyball, and then they just brought
No. So I did 2 years of school, didn't know what I wanted to major in. I really wanted to do film. We didn't have a film program, so I took a year off and then came back and was like, I like music and I like going to concerts for free. How can I do that? Hey, I'll study radio. So I have a radio broadcasting degree from University of Laverne. And when I was finishing up school, applied for an overnight board op job at KROQ and got it, and worked at KROQ for 14 years. I was with the morning show for 11 years, but I was never actually on morning show payroll, so I was never actually part of the morning show. So when they let us all go, I was let go because I was part of the morning show. And I was like, wait a minute, you've been telling me for 11 years that I'm not part of the morning show, but you let me go because I'm part of the morning show. Yeah. Come on, man.
But it's funny. Not only were you not part of the morning show, you were the enemy of the morning show because you were corporate. Like, essentially just straight corporate. Corporate put you there. When we say put you there, you were the person who, when...
I was a corporate mandated position.
Yeah.
So we had other sister stations across the country that screwed up, and they're like, we don't want other stations to screw up. So we're going to put in somebody on the button manning the FCC
But the button
regulations.
was, if someone cursed and Kevin didn't hit it, you would have to hit it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's funny. Or if there was content that you deemed not
FCC
appropriate.
compliant.
Yeah. Which was weird because did we ever... I don't recall. Did we ever disagree on anything or like?
Yeah, a lot. There were some times where it was more of a at the time CBS radio, CBS cares. They did not, by the way. Yeah. And then Entercom and whatever. Before that, I don't even know what we were. We were like Viacom or
Viacom,
something.
and then Infinity prior to that, Infinity, and then
Yeah, so like there were things that were not necessarily outside of what the FCC allows. But most stations were a little more conservative anyway, and it was like anything that could be like, racially insensitive or, a little too racy or a little this or a little that. It wouldn't be an FCC violation, but it would be something that we knew our company wasn't going to be okay with. So I was often sent audio in advance of like pre-recorded things. Hey, Casey, give a listen to this. Is this okay? And I'd be like... It's actually not. Hold on. We have to send it to the lawyers. They have to clear it.
Oh, my God. Sending it to the lawyers. I remember there was a time where they made us record like some interviews or bits, and then we would have to get it approved from lawyers. And at that point, we just stopped doing that. We just said, yeah, okay, we're not going to. Everything's live then. We're doing everything live, which we didn't. But it was still fun. Were there any times where you... I have a terrible memory, and I don't remember if there was times where you kind of like dropped a segment or a word and Kevin got mad at you or Bean or anyone from the morning show.
I think it would be like we'd talk about it and be like, why did you dump that? I think it was usually Bean. It would be like, why did you dump that? Yeah. It was fine. I was like, I mean, would it have been fine? Probably. But if it comes back on somebody, it's going to come back on me. Like, I am the scapegoat here.
Yes,
so...
I was. That was my next question is, did you know that, like, the reason why you were there was because if we ever really royally fucked up, that we would be like, well, she should have caught it. It's on her.
Oh, yeah.
And then, but, like, it's weird because per the rules, you would have to pay the $25,000 fine.
No, not me. It would have been the station.
No, it would have been
And it wasn't $25,000. It was $325 per utterance.
What?
And it was the station. It used to, way back in the day.
Because I thought it was the person on the board, too. That's why it was, like, on Kevin, and then it was supposed to be you. And you're the
No, I think that would be from a company firing perspective, but not from an actual owed fines. I'm pretty sure. Because back in the day... I think it was $7,000 for like a day fee if somebody said, like, way back in the day.
Yeah.
And then it got up to like $325,000 per utterance. If you were cited and fined and went through the whole, legal process, which it rarely does, but could, So for the amount of money that I was saving the company, I got paid very, very, very little. Very little.
But you were very appreciated at the job.
I was not in the least.
But you got to take advantage of all the wonderful things the morning show got.
That is also not accurate.
But at least you worked with wonderful, wonderful people.
Again, not accurate.
Shit, why? Why did you have that job? Why did you keep that job?
Benefits. And I was done with work by 11 a.m. every day. I could go do other things. So
that was pretty cool.
Side job stuff. I was dog walking because I love dogs. And it's fairly lucrative. And I could make my own schedule. I was making a good amount of money.
For a while there, you were when the wag walkers blew up. You did that as a second job, right? Like after that, because I remember you were a wag walker. I used you as a wag walker, and then you started getting your own clients, Yeah. So what happened to that?
What do you
pandemic?
mean? Well,
are you still doing it?
No. So, yes, pandemic. So, I mean, because KROQ paid so very little, but I also had the rest of my day free. I was dog walking. I was working a lot of film festivals, which I still do. I worked
because you're very much into films, right?
Very much into film. Yeah, I really wanted to work in film and television. I worked film festivals. I worked for the LA Kings hockey team for a season as a stage manager. I would take vacation days at KROQ to go day play as a set PA on TV and film stuff. So that's what I really wanted to do. So I was like, if I can get a foot in the door while I'm still working at KROQ and still have that, quote unquote salary, which was terrible, but salary and benefits, I can still go do other things. So pandemic hit, no more job. And I was like, well, I guess this is forcing my hand to go do what I wanted to do to begin with. I was at KROQ 14 years, which was probably 10 years too long.
Yeah, about right. That's about right for everybody.
Yeah. And so,
I was there for 20 years. Yeah. So 22 years, actually.
Dang. Yeah, I know. So then I started, everybody was down during the pandemic. Our whole industry was shot. But I kept in touch with Ruben, Old Man Ruben.
Old Man Ruben,
from the morning show. And so, he and I are beer nerd buddies. So we would.
You're what?
Beer nerd buddies. I'm a beer nerd. I like craft beer, and so does Ruben. And so, we kept in touch because he was doing a cross-country road trip and stopping at all these breweries and telling me how these beers were. And then my boyfriend and I went to go.
Fucking nerd, man.
My boyfriend and I went to go live in the Midwest, where his family was from, for 5 or 6 months during the pandemic because nobody's working.
Yeah.
So visiting the breweries out there. So Ruben and I kept in touch, and he had networked.
No one's working because there's a pandemic. But you know what? Let's go to the breweries because the Midwest don't give a fuck.
No. You would pick it up. You'd order. They were still working.
Wink.
You go pick it up. You couldn't be in the tap room or whatever.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
But we were actually over the top conservative with not wanting to be around people anyway because we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
We haven't had to deal with this before. And so Ruben and I kept in touch, and he had previously networked with somebody who worked for Agbo, which is the Russo brothers production company. And so Ruben calls me up.
The Russo brothers, the people who did Avengers?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Avengers. And then, before that, Community. And I love Community.
They did Community?
6 seasons in a movie, baby. Yep.
Huh.
Movie coming soon. But so Ruben's like, hey, I got this job. It's a PA gig, but it's a COVID PA gig. So it doesn't even count towards the days that you're trying to build to be an assistant director eventually. But it's a job, do you want me to throw your name out to my boss? And I was like, yes. He goes, really? And I was like, yeah, I need a job, dude. So
everybody needed a job at that, especially from us. We're like, hey.
So I got hired on as a COVID PA for The Gray Man for Netflix, which was my first staff job.
Did I see that movie?
I don't know. It wasn't great. It was with, Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans.
Oh,
Ana
yeah.
Jarvis.
Yeah, that movie
great
wasn't
cast.
good.
And
that movie wasn't good.
No, it wasn't.
No.
I would not have changed that work experience for the world, though. I met so many fantastic people, networked with a ton of people, and also I was probably a decade and some change older than most people in my department. And so when they needed to train all of these new crew members of, hey, here's how to conduct yourself on a, COVID compliant set.
Yeah.
They needed somebody who can go in there and talk to 60-year-old construction dudes who have been doing this for forever and tell them, no, the way that you've done things in the past is not the way that you have to do them now. And somebody that can kind of hold their own with these people, and they look at our team.
So you're the person who's like, you have to put your mask up, or you're...
Yeah, but I was running those... Ruben and I both, because again, 10 years older than everybody else in our
on
department.
the same set? Yeah, Ruben's 20 years older than everybody in the department, right?
Well, same with me then, because I'm only a year younger than Ruben.
Oh, shit. Oh, where's your cane?
I know, right?
No.
Yeah, but so I ended up having to, train all these people, and so I got a little bit of a bump, and like, hey, she knows what she's doing. And then the head of health and safety with Netflix started calling me for manager gigs after that.
Nice.
So I was a health and safety manager with various things. I worked on Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans, which is kind of great.
That movie looks stupid.
Again, I was also underpaid for what I did for that as well. But it was cool.
Didn't you go to Hawaii for one?
I did. I worked Murder Mystery 2 in Hawaii.
That's Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, that comes out soon too.
Did you see them?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I worked on set every day.
So did you have to touch Jennifer Aniston?
That's a weird question, but no.
No?
No.
Did you have to touch Adam Sandler?
No, but why would I touch the cast?
I don't know. Don't you have to stick swabs up their nose and
No,
shit?
I'm not swabbing them.
Oh, well, that's... Oh.
No, I'm not physically swabbing them.
Did you have to tell them, like, hey, Jen...
No, so for that
one...
one...
like, hey, Jen, you gotta put your mask on, girl.
For that one, I was the health and safety logistics operations manager. I don't know. It's a made-up title. But we were pretty much facilitating all of the... When we'd go shoot on location, making sure that all of our stuff was where it was supposed to be and set up. So I had to talk to the locations department, the transpo department, the AD department. So it was a lot of like, I was liaison between departments and making sure things ran smoothly and things got set up and we were functional. So during the time that I was out there, I had applied for a job with Disney doing a like corporate health and safety manager job. And so Disney called me when I was in Hawaii and it's like, how soon can you start?
Disney called?
Disney called.
Wow.
The mouse called me.
Hey, Casey, how can I get you to come and do stuff for me? That's my Mickey Mouse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. But yeah, so I've been with Disney.
I mean, I can do Donald, too. I don't think you want to hear Donald,
nope.
but yeah.
No, so I've been with Disney for just over a year, and things are winding down in the COVID department, so...
Well, COVID doesn't exist anymore, Casey.
I have a job currently, and we will see how long that job lasts.
Now, are you, like, getting... Are you getting, like, COVID positive samples and, like, spreading them into the crew so you have a job still?
My last 2 jobs have been working remotely. So I've been sitting on my couch by myself.
Oh, man.
So the show that I'm currently working on is not in the country. And then...
Are you sending COVID? Are you, like, paying someone, like, hey, who has COVID over there on Reddit? Being like, hey, who has COVID in
Come infect our crew so I still have a job later.
Yeah. Who has COVID in Uzbekistan? We'll pay you 10 rubles. I don't know, man.
Is that even the currency there?
Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but do you get all the cool perks of Disney?
Yes. I was at Disneyland on a Monday evening enjoying the Food and Wine Festival.
Jealous.
It was wonderful. But yeah, no, so all the perks with Disney are great.
Yeah.
I've been going regularly, and my work from home schedule allows me to do so.
So, I mean, you get all these perks, and you said the job is winding down,
Yeah.
so wouldn't it be a good time to get back on that Reddit and be like, hey, who wants to go to Disneyland? Only $200 per ticket.
And then get fired?
It's going to get run down anyways. I'm just saying.
I would honestly love to stay within the company.
You want to stay there?
I would love to. If I found
keep those perks.
If I found it, well, yes. And keeping the paycheck would be great too.
Yeah.
No,
paycheck, whatever. Free Disneyland? Sign me up.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's been great, and it's nice to be working for a company where I feel like not necessarily everybody's on the same page, but we all have like a general rule of here's how things are running in our department. Where when I was freelancing before, sometimes with Netflix, sometimes with, Amazon, sometimes with whatever, production company or streaming service had the show, it's just kind of like hey, we're hiring you into this role. You're in charge of it all. You're winging it. You start from the ground up. And here, like, they give us the ground, and then we can build on that.
Yeah, see, this is what I like. I like to talk to people who... like, these jobs aren't normally talked about, and I find them fascinating because it's like, I was just telling you earlier when we weren't recording how PAs and stuff, I don't know how they do it. Like, you were telling me a little bit about the PA life, and I don't know how people can...
You're just talking about freelancing in general.
I guess.
Almost everybody in TV and film is a freelancer. A big name director, they're a freelancer. They're working a big project, and it'll take them probably most of the year. But then there may be 2 or 3 years where they don't have a gig. They're not making a film.
It's true because I work with a lot of producers and stuff right now, and their emails are like their names at Gmail or just somewhere. I'm like, what? You're like the head of this production, and your AOL account.
Because they're not corporate positions. So sometimes, like especially with Disney, if you do have somebody who's like, an executive producer or whatever, they'll give you a, Walt Disney Company email, but it's temporary.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice having an @disney.com email. People actually respond to you. It's kind of great. But yeah, it's the life of a freelancer is not an easy one, and it's even tougher to take time off. Because you don't know when your next gig is going to be. So you could be working 17-hour days, 6 days a week. Your show ends, you're like, oh my God, I just need a break. And then somebody says, hey, can you start on Monday? And you're going, I really need the downtime, but I also really need to have money in my bank account.
Yeah.
So you end up not turning down jobs that you should just for self-preservation because it's, fight or flight type of thing. It's like, if I don't take this job, maybe I'll be known as somebody who is not taking jobs, turning down jobs. Somebody else will, get wind of that and then not hire me because it's like, why would I offer her a job if she's just going to turn it down?
Yeah.
So it's a really, really tough lifestyle, and it's probably how I'm going to live the rest of my life because I want to work in film and television production. But, it is what it is.
What's your ultimate job? Like, where's, like, you're like, I'm good. This is what I fought to go to. Like, what's the job you want?
I've thought that I wanted to be an AD, like an assistant director.
Mm-hmm.
So, an AD on set is kind of like, facilitating the day based on what the director's vision is. So like they're the ones calling, rolls and cuts. They're the ones who are, scheduling the shooting schedule for the day, whatever, just trying to make the director's vision happen type of a thing. And then there's also like a second AD, which is more of the, behind the scenes scheduling the, day in, day out type of stuff, figuring out actors' schedules. So it's a more in the trailer paperwork job. So they're very, very different jobs. Not sure which one I'd want to land doing.
Not the paperwork one, tell you that much.
No, you would think that, but I'm actually really good at that stuff. I've never been the type of person that thinks that I could sit there and do paperwork, but you're in a trailer, so you're right next to set. You bounce in and out as need be, and once you're to that level and you're qualified to be first AD or a second AD because there's different levels of qualification, then, you can bounce back and forth and first on some and second on others. And, and beyond that, like once you are with the DGA and with the, the Directors Guild, then you can also then work your way up to be a UPM, like a unit production manager, like kind of, running stuff on a higher level. So that's kind of what I thought that I wanted to do. But again, that's all freelance stuff, and I kind of am enjoying having a corporate position where I have a consistent paycheck. So I'm trying to kind of, see other things within Disney or similar companies if Disney doesn't keep me on, once the global pandemic ends, which, I mean, we have less and less and less protocol.
It's over.
It's we have multiple cases a week still, so, we do test people less. We, only require masks in certain situations. And so it's definitely decreasing what our job responsibility is. And they're definitely not going to keep all of us who are health and safety managers with Disney. I just don't know.
Well, I hope they just move you over to something else. Like, all right, well, they're not health and safety,
there
but
are options. Like production safety always has been, always will be. That's a lot of OSHA stuff. That's a lot of like checking in on construction.
Thanks.
Make sure the construction guys are all wearing harnesses when they're up in a scissor lift, and they're all wearing closed-toed shoes. And not that they're wearing
closed-toed shoes.
Not that they're wearing flip-flops on a
right. Some dude come in with what's the flip-flops that have the can opener at the bottom?
What?
The rainbows. Like
what?
Don't they have
rainbows? Do not have can openers.
Don't they have
the
bottle openers? Sorry. Like
no.
Yes, they do.
I lived and died in my rainbow flip-flops for like 2 decades. They do not have bottle openers. What are you talking about?
You're insane. I'm looking it up right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's see. Flip-flops with bottle openers.
No, they're not rainbows. Rainbows are the ones that you get down in freaking, what is it, San Clemente?
Oh, they're reefs. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But reefs
Very
have bottle
different.
Openers. So
that's weird.
So they're not on set with those?
No,
like,
and they're not wearing Crocs on set because Crocs are dumb.
But Crocs are closed-toed.
Crocs are dumb.
They are pretty ugly. You know what? I just recently joined the KROQ gang.
I saw you with a pair of them when I walked in, and I said, what?
I know. I recently joined the KROQ gang, but it was in support of Wakanda Forever. It's, they're the Black Panther Crocs, so they're pretty dope.
If they were bought at Disneyland, I could have gotten a discount.
They were not bought at Disneyland. They were bought at Crocs, and they were very fucking expensive. They're stupid.
Disneyland sells Crocs, though, too.
I know, because people
weird.
are fucking nuts for Crocs.
It's weird. And those little Croc charm things, what are
yes,
they called?
I'm surprised. Charms? I don't know. But it's like, I can't wait for the Disney traders to start trading the Croc charms,
yeah,
too.
they probably do.
They're out there.
It's weird.
Are those people Disney people? Or are they just people who set up and start trading their own pins?
I think they trade their own pins. Like, if you're walking, what he's talking about, for those of you who don't go to Disneyland all the time, there's people who have, like, a full setup of, like, cork boards, like, one after another, that they'll just, like, lay out on benches. And people come by and can pin trade. And I don't think they're, like, Disney employees or cast members. Excuse me. They are cast members.
Yes.
They're not cast members. I think they're, like, random yahoos. Just, that's their jam.
But you could go, if you're one of those pin collectors. Luckily, I'm not a pin collector because I spend enough at Disneyland on booze. So
yes.
So
yes.
So
I just eat and drink my way through the park.
Exactly.
I went this Monday. I went last Monday. We did not go on a single ride.
Have you had the pickle corn dog in downtown Disney?
No, because one, that's not Disneyland, and two, that's a corn dog, and I can eat better food than a corn dog.
Yeah, but it's in a pickle.
I'm aware.
Like, that is insane. And then you dip it in peanut butter.
Okay, now it's gotten worse.
No, it's actually
Are
weird.
you pregnant?
It's really weird, and it's really good.
That's like pregnant food.
I've never had, I tried it once, and I was shocked. But don't get it on your own. Just share it with someone. Like,
yeah,
you have to try it.
Yeah.
But now they also have the birria sandwich, the tacos. Oh, my God.
From where?
Anyways.
From where?
At the wharf.
Oh, the Cucamonga Casino or whatever?
Yeah, but there's a little, it's going to be, it's going to be
There's good
crazy.
food there, guys.
Yeah,
good
yeah.
food.
But anyways, back to the trading. If you're a pin trader, like, they have some dope ones, but you could trade with cast members if you see, like, if they're wearing pins, you just say, hey, I'll trade you. And then they go, okay. It doesn't matter if they're special editions or not. They have to trade you.
A lot of the shops have, like, a pin trading little table outside before you go in the shop, and you can trade there. And I have a couple friends that'll, like, go take a look, over there really quick before we go on something. And I'm like, okay, do your thing.
Fucking nerds.
But I'm let's go eat and drink our way through the park. So
yeah,
it's a good time.
Well, I mean, Disneyland's on a whole nother topic, and maybe we could go revisit that another day, or maybe we could record a pod at Disneyland while riding Disneyland rides.
If we can get audio to work.
Yeah, that would be funny. But Casey, a segment we do here is, like, I want to know, how was your week?
We're halfway through this week, and I can't think of a single thing that I did because my memory sucks.
Cool. I mean, did you have fun this weekend when you weren't recording with me?
What did I even do this weekend? This is going to be, like, the worst part of this whole podcast. Cause
no, I'm pretty sure there's other worse parts coming up.
I actually started having to write down a schedule again because I can't remember stuff. Let's see. I went to the hockey game on Thursday.
Okay, see, here's the thing that's good because I hate hockey.
Why? How?
Because it's
bad.
It's boring.
Because you're bad.
It's literally soccer has surpassed hockey for me, which is
Soccer's
insane.
a good sport too, though.
Barely, and not even that. Only the important stuff is good, but like
football is life.
I heard that. I heard Ted Lasso say that, or not Ted Lasso. Danny, the dude from Ted Lasso. But like
Danny Rojas.
Danny Rojas, yes. But hockey is just so boring. But the Kings are actually doing really good.
Yeah. It's a great sport. The hand-eye coordination is fantastic.
What?
They fight on the ice. Like, the whole atmosphere in a hockey arena is stellar. Baseball, I grew up watching baseball. Yeah. Baseball, that's a boring sport.
Fucking very boring, but I love it. It's weird, right? Isn't it weird how boring it is?
It is boring.
Yeah, isn't it weird how boring it is?
Hockey's not boring.
But
hockey is zero boring.
It's very boring, and here's why. There's a lot of action for nothing. There's a lot of zipping around.
So you want a high score?
No. I want excitement, and to me,
hockey is so exciting.
To me, Dave, there is.
I don't even
none.
think I can continue this conversation. You are just 100% wrong. 100% wrong.
But they're
100.
Like, tell me what's exciting about hockey.
They skate fast. The hand-eye coordination's great. There are fights. They check each other into the boards. It's a drinking sport to watch. It is great. It is a stellar freaking sport.
So nothing about the actual game did you just describe right now? Besides the hand-eye.
Their skills, their fights, the goals.
The fighting is not part of the game, though. That's not.
It is, though.
The fighting is fighting. That's not the game. You
have people who are enforcers. They are known as enforcers.
Yeah.
They are traded to a team or drafted because they are enforcers. That is their role, is to go out there and fight. It is part of the game.
But, even when, ugh.
And the movie Goon is so good. And Letterkenny is so good.
Never saw any of that.
Wow.
But there was a highlight yesterday or 2 days ago or today, I don't know. But a guy who flipped it behind his back and between his legs and scored it. And you're like,
yeah, the skills competitions are great too.
That wasn't skills, it was in the game.
Right.
And you're like,
but their skills are great.
That was not that exciting, you know.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's I don't know. Well, okay, that's just for me. That's just I'm not saying hockey sucks or anything. I'm just saying for me, it's the lowest of sports now, and that is wild because I used to despise soccer, and during the pandemic, I just started watching it with the World Cup and the Euros and.
But we can agree that the worst sport is basketball, right? That's across the board.
Basketball
is the worst sport.
Not. Basketball is
I hate basketball.
Best sport.
It is
to
so
watch.
Boring.
To watch.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens in basketball until the last 2-3 minutes when it gets really close to people. No, worst sport.
The 3-point shot alone is more exciting than anything in hockey.
Why is that exciting?
Because
it happens all the time.
Yeah, because that's how fucking talented these people are.
But then why do you care? Nothing's exciting. It's just status quo.
I want to see you shoot a 3-pointer.
Oh, I'm terrible at basketball.
Exactly.
I'm terrible at basketball, but
also terrible at ice skating. So yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm not terrible.
So you went to the Kings game.
I went to a birthday party. I went to a birthday party at Lucky Strike. Was it like my friend's 45th birthday?
Okay.
And she was doing it up just the way that she did at her 30th birthday. So it is her. Yeah.
All right.
She's like, hey, I've matured this much that I'm having the same birthday party that I had, however long, 15 years ago, but just with more money put behind it.
Nothing wrong with no complaints for me.
4 lanes, private room.
No complaints for me on that because
bar.
That is open bar.
Yeah.
Wow, she leveled up then, huh? From her first party to now.
I have fancy friends, guys.
Ooh. Well, can I tell you about a day this week in my life?
Sure.
So,
is it better than an open bar?
It depends on who it is. It depends on the point of view you're thinking of.
Continue.
Because let me just tell you something that happened to us this week. And we have these white couches. They're white, fluffy cloud couches from Living Spaces. White with pets is probably not the best idea to get. But they're soft, they're comfy, they're really good couches. It's been a year since we've had them, so we're like, all right, we should probably get them cleaned. So we hired this company, and this man comes to clean the couches. He comes and steams them and wets them and does whatever. He brings his big machine, cleans it up.
He wets them after the pets wet them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, look at her. Oh,
Rhonda's so cute.
So he cleans them up and leaves, and I'm like, all right, cool. See you later, guy. Krista comes home and goes, this is shit. What are you looking at? Like, there's still spots here. This is dirty. He water stained them. I was like, oh my God. Okay. I didn't notice, but sure. He comes back. Guy comes back and cleans it. And mind you, this guy is, he's not the healthiest of guys. The people, he's a round man. He's an older gentleman. And this machine's heavy and it's a lot of work. So he comes, spot cleans the things that she says, and then leaves again. She's not home. And this just tells you how our relationship works. She comes home. What the fuck did you just do here? I was like, what do you mean? He wiped it and cleaned it. I was like, no, look at this thing. Oh my God. So she calls him a third time.
Oh.
Homeboy comes and goes, oh, I'm so sorry. And he does it again. It's a loud machine, and I work in this office right by the couches where we're recording right now. So I go outside. I'm on a new client call, and Krista comes to the back because she's here for this time. She comes to the back and says, just mouth something, and I'm like, I'm on a call, and it's a Zoom call, so the people have
Can
to.
people hear you whisper when you say I'm on a call and whisper I'm on a call?
No, I.
Dave said I'm on a call. For those of you who couldn't hear his little whisper.
Yeah, it was like they could hear me whispering because I'm whispering. I was mouthing it to let her turn off my. I'm on mute anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I turn off my camera and I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to say to me. Just go away. I'll be in there in a second. So I continue my call, and then she's on the phone with somebody, and then I come in and she tells me, "Hey, so I'm on the phone with that guy's boss, and he's not right. He's not okay." And I'm like, what is everything like? What's going on? And she goes, go talk to him. And I go talk to him, and he's standing outside by his door. And I'm like, hey, are you all right, man? And he's like, I was like,
kind of like mumbling,
like
and
out of
whispering,
breath.
like not
Yeah,
saying, not being able to articulate anything.
exactly.
Ooh.
So then I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, hey, man, why don't you come sit down? Because, you know, I have chairs on my porch. I'm like, come sit down, dude. And he goes, okay. And he's like, and he's all huffing and puffing. She gets up the stairs, and she's still on the phone with his boss. And then I hear she puts him on speaker, and I hear, yeah, I called him. He's not doing well. And I'm looking at him, and he's sweating. And then I go, hey, man, how are you feeling right now? And he goes, I'm fine. I was like, do you want water? And he's like, yeah. I try to give him water. His arm is not moving.
Ooh.
His right arm is not moving.
He was stroke?
So I open the water for him, and he's drinking it. And we're like, do you know where you're at right now? And he goes, yeah. And his boss is like, can you call 911, please? We're like,
crap.
Sure. We call 911. We're asking him his age. Could barely tell us. He's like, 40. I was like, 5 or 6? We're going to say 6. Okay. Literally less than 2 minutes later, thankfully, there's a fire station down the block from me. We hear it. Everyone comes, and they start working on him. Dude takes off. Motherfucker had a stroke. You're absolutely right. He had a stroke. Because I asked him, like, I saw his arm, and I was like, can you move your arm? And he goes, uh-huh. And I'm like, no, you can't, dude. I was like, Stroke. So it becomes like...
And then he just drove away?
No. They took him away. They took him away.
Okay.
The dudes are like...
When you said he left, it sounded like he willfully got up and walked out.
Oh, no. I would not let him leave. I would tackle him and beat him up and like, no, while he's having a stroke.
That makes things better.
Yeah, exactly. So the paramedic take him away, leave. His boss calls me calls Krista no later than like an hour later and says, thank you for calling the ambulance and noticing how he was, because he had a stroke. 2, he was bleeding in his brain.
Whoa.
And if it wasn't for her, he would have probably died.
Crap. So,
those 3 times that he came, I said, Krista, you just saved that guy's life.
Well, after almost working him to death.
But,
so it's a wash.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But if it was just me alone with him,
you don't notice anything.
I would have just said, have a seat, dude, in the nice clean couches that you just cleaned. Just sit on them and do
then
that.
When you get up, can you clean them again?
Yeah, after you clean up, like, can you just clean them again? But like, it's crazy that I mean, I eventually I would have called 911, but I'm not gonna call 911 just because the guy's not feeling well. But once I saw his arm, I was like,
that's not great.
That's, I mean, everyone's always taught to look for that. Yeah. Slurred speech. I don't know
I can't remember the acronym.
There's an acronym, but it's like face, speech, smile, an arm or something like that. But she saved a life, and that's just got me thinking. Like, when was the last time you called 911? Like,
I live in Hollywood, so I see people overdosing often.
Really? Do you just call 911? Hey, there's a dude overdosing.
I've had to call a few times. Not recently, but I've had to call a few times. There's one time where a guy was kind of like wandering in the middle of the street and then kind of like collapsed in the middle of the street. And we're like, he's going to get run over. Yeah. Like, nobody's going to stop if they come around this corner and see him. So we called 911, and 911 told us to ask the guy if he needs assistance. And because he was verbally able to say no, they refused to dispatch people.
Oh!
And so we're like, we don't even know what to do at this point. And so we went up and down the street looking for road cones. We put road cones around the guy. We couldn't move him. He was naked. And so we put road cones around the guy, and 2 of us stood out there directing traffic around the guy until we finally were like, we can't do this anymore. We called 911 and just lied to them, saying he was, unconscious, until they finally sent somebody. But yeah, they were telling us if he was able to say that he was okay and didn't need help, which he was saying no, then they wouldn't send anybody. So, but yeah, no, I live in Hollywood. I've called a few times.
Wow, that's insane. I mean, I don't know when the last. Oh yes, I do remember the last time I called 911. I was driving down the 101 and a fucking drunk driver hit me. Like he sideswiped me, but not bad enough. But like he just tapped me, and I called 911, and they go, "Oh, all right, tell us about the car." And I described him. I gave him the last 3 digits of the plates because that's all I remembered. And then they're like, "All right, well, pull over to this location," and they gave me a location, and they go, "The cops will come and take a statement from you." So the cops come. This is like 3 a.m. in the morning. The cops come and go, "Oh, hey man, so doesn't look like anything really happened to your car, just a side view window. That's like $50. Do you really want to put in a report?"
You're like, cool, give me the $50.
And I was like, well, fuck, dude, I guess not. But I mean, don't you want to know what he, like, the dude was hauling ass. You could have, like,
hit and run.
Yeah, don't you want to, not even that, I didn't care about me because I was fine. But like, what if he hits somebody else?
Sure.
Like, and they had no interest. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm glad I waited 20 minutes for you just so you could tell me you're fine. You want to put in a report? I was like, I guess not. And I went home. But,
yay, LAPD.
Yeah, that was that. Not LAPD, Highway Patrol. Yeah. But all right. Well, we had very different weeks. But since you're into movies, I thought it would be fun to do the segment "What You Watching," and it actually has a theme song. You ready for it?
Uh-oh.
It's me singing, so just
gosh.
please bear
I did
with
not
me.
sign up for this.
I know. Don't look at me either, because normally no one's looking at me and I do this alone, so I'm just gonna sing this on my own. Don't look at me. Here we go. Dum 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 bam 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 dum bam 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 dum bam bam dum. Don't look at me. What you watching? TV. What you watching? TV. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus 2. I'm watching networks. How about you? It's TV. Dum 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 dum. What you watching? TV. What you watching? TV. Yay! That's my intro.
Oh my god! I tried so hard not to laugh and so hard not to interrupt, but that was supposed to be Fred Schneider's fruitcake.
Wow, it's
B-52.
It's an interpolation of fruitcake. Yeah, of course. What? Interpolation.
Interpolation?
Isn't that what it's called?
Interpretation?
Nope, interpolation.
Is
it's
that
where
a word?
You use yes, it's a word. You use the song as it's like you use the song as it's your take on a song. It's a whole song. Oh.
Okay.
Now it's like I have to know what that word is.
This will be edited out in post.
Nope, absolutely not. Interpolation. Interpolate. Yeah, see? Interpolate. Yeah, it's illustrations were interpolated in the text. Insert nature into something else. Yeah, it's where you take something and put it. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I know what I was talking about.
Okay.
But I want to talk about one of the coolest fucking movies I saw, and I think everybody should see it. And that was The Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Did you see that movie?
Of course I did. It's a blast. It's fun.
It really was fun. Like, it is a B movie that gives you exactly what you want from start.
They know what they're making and they
finish.
run with it.
Yes. I mean, this, like, one, could you believe it was a real story? Like, that really happened?
Based on an actual
no.
event,
I'm not
sure.
saying the movie was a real story, but that
what happened. Yeah, with what the cocaine
they
and
and the bear. I mean, the poor bear got into 70 pounds of cocaine.
It's nutty.
And what a shocker, he overdosed. But that's the real story. And you know, you could go see the Cocaine Bear right now in Tennessee. He's there chilling at a gas station. You
said he overdosed.
He did, but he
just didn't die.
No, you don't know the story of the real Cocaine Bear?
I remember it from
So they stuffed him because he was like this. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, they stuffed him.
Oh, okay.
And
so
then
he's taxidermied.
yes.
Okay,
And then
there we go.
And then they auctioned him off to this guy in Vegas, and then he died, and his family sold it in an auction. And
That's gotta be one of the coolest auction items ever.
yeah, a cocaine bear. And then this lady found it, and then from her dead husband's storage, and then gave it away to this gas station guy. So now it's at a gas station in Tennessee. But that movie, from the beginning to end, was so much fun. I don't know, like, but my heart was also racing. Like, it hasn't raced that much. It felt like I was on cocaine.
Not gonna lie,
Really.
though, I expected it to be a little more over the top. And I think it was just because I was so excited about it that I don't want to say I was let down, but I think I was expecting it to be a little more over the top. Like, I worked the Sundance Film Festival every year.
Yeah.
And when they announced the lineup of the film festival, I was like, why do we not have Cocaine Bear? Why is Cocaine Bear not playing midnight at the Egyptian on Main Street in Park City, Utah? And the reason that I was given by other people who thought they knew was just like, oh, it already has distribution. Like, that's why we won't have it. Well, we had Infinity Pool. Infinity Pool had distribution also.
What the fuck's Infinity Pool?
Infinity Pool is the kind of horror filmish with Skarsgård and Mia Goth.
Nope.
Anyway,
Yeah.
It's nutty. But I mean, that had distribution, and like most of our midnight movies had distribution this year. So I was very, very, very disappointed that we did not have Cocaine Bear at Sundance Film Festival.
So you had to pay for it. That's why you're disappointed.
I have a season pass at the Alamo Draft House, so I just pay a monthly fee and then I go for free.
Yeah, that's like my Stubbs membership.
Yeah,
At
the
a
Alamo
good-
Draft House is better.
At a good theater. No.
Alamo Draft House is like the best. And the beer selection is good, and the food is fantastic, and nobody talks or is on their phone or they get the boot. Best thing ever.
Oh, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
No talking, no texting.
But
They warn you once and they toss your ass.
But they don't have an IMAX.
I don't care. IMAX sucks.
Rude.
IMAX sucks. 3D sucks.
Avatar 3D didn't suck.
Avatar sucks in general.
You know what? I thought so, but the second movie was really good. No, it was, and the 3D actually was insane. So I was like, okay, Steven Spielberg, you win this round. But yeah.
Too bad it's James Cameron.
Yeah, him too. Yeah.
Oh, Dave.
All right. So what movie would you recommend, Casey, that's out there right now that maybe the Jankses don't know about?
What have I even seen lately? Oh man, you're putting me on the spot. Now I gotta like look up what's out. I mean, definitely Cocaine Bear. For sure, Cocaine Bear.
Yeah,
Go see
everyone
Cocaine
has
Bear.
to go Cocaine Bear.
It's a blast.
Yeah. It's still hanging in there, top 3 for like the past 3 weekends.
I'm saying you can skip Ant-Man and the Wasp and whatever the new one is called or whatever, Quantumania.
Why?
Why? You can skip that.
No, you
can skip that.
Okay, listen. It did its job.
Did it though?
Yes.
Did it though?
It just moved the story along.
Did it though?
Yes, it did. Stop being a snob. Stop being a movie snob.
With the Oscars coming up this Sunday, though, I don't know when you post this, but Oscars
I'm
are coming
posting
up
it
this
tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's like...
Oscars are coming this Sunday. If you have not seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, go see it. It is nutty as hell, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that at home now. Like, what's in theaters right now that people should see?
Scream 6 is coming out, but I've
No
also
one wants
never
to see
seen.
that.
I've never seen any of them, but it's getting good reviews. I've never seen any of the Scream movies.
Neither have I. So yeah, I don't watch any horror movies except Smile. That was funny.
Really?
I didn't
see it.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm not the biggest horror fan, not because horror. Like, I don't like gore for gore's sake. I'm not grossed out by it.
Yeah.
But you got to do something cool with it.
Yeah.
I saw Knock at the Cabin.
Okay, I saw that too. And when I first, it's an M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong movie.
So it's garbage.
So you're immediately thinking like, okay, where's the twist? And it's going to be stupid, blah, blah, blah. Because I remember for Old, I liked the movie Old until the end. And I was like, God damn it, he did it again. Where
He
it
always
was just,
does.
it was
Shyamalan's
stupid.
all over it.
Yeah. I've never really heard that before. He Shyamalan all over it. But for A Knock at the Cabin, it was a straightforward movie, and then you're like, well, where's the twist?
Because he didn't write it.
What
He only directed. So when he writes it, it's extra garbage. It's only mild garbage when he directs it. It's
Okay,
extra garbage when he writes it too.
But then I was like, where's the twist? Where's the twist? And then I was like, Oh, they spelled out the twist.
Well, you know where the twist is. It's because they didn't follow the original ending.
Book, yes. But then the original ending, when because I'm stupid, like, every time I see a movie that has deep meanings and stuff like that, or like you think it has deep meanings, I have to go on the interwebs and see, all right, tell me what I was supposed to get. Yeah, like, especially for every Marvel movie, I have to know, or Star Wars, or any super, like, comic book or superhero movie, I have to know the backstory.
The story behind the story.
Why they did that. And
all the lore.
Exactly, and I enjoy it really much more. But, like, at A Knock at the Cabin, it was straightforward. He told you all, and then I was like, oh, and then I heard about the book, and because I'm not going to read the book, the reading's for suckers, it's stupid. And I was like, you know what? I like this version better, and the more I think about it, the more I liked it. The more I was like, okay, and Dave Bautista did a good job.
I do like Dave Bautista.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job straight, and I thought that the way they ended it was much better than the book, because the book to me was more. Are
you going to spoil things here?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, but the book to me was more Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying?
I loved Cabin in the Woods. That is a horror film I can get behind because they do something different.
So
that one,
yeah. So
Ready or Not is another great one. Did you ever see Ready or Not?
That's a Blumhouse movie. I usually like Blumhouse movies. I didn't see that one because I think it just skipped me. But for Cabin in the Woods,
it is so well written.
Yeah, for Cabin in the Woods, when it came out in theaters, it's billed as this horror movie, and I wouldn't watch it because it was a horror movie. And then
it's a sci-fi horror movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Chip saw it, and she's like, "No, you would actually love it." And I was like, "Wow, okay, tell me how it ends." And then
that's the worst.
I was like, "Tell me how it ends, and if I like it, then I'll go see it." She told me how it ended, and I said, "Oh, that sounds badass." And then I went to go see it, and I enjoyed it. But like, yeah, because I don't get mad in spoilers. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
But if it's like a super like new movie and I wanted to go see it and you spoil it, like, yeah. But if someone spoiled a movie that I want, like, tell me about it, it doesn't bother me.
Another movie that's out right now that you can skip is Magic Mike's Last Dance.
What do you mean you can skip it?
It's boring. It is so boring.
Is he not showing?
No.
He's not showing muscle.
No.
Or anything? What?
He's like hiring other dancers and choreographing a show.
But what is
it,
it like? Step Up 10 years later, or
pretty
what?
Much. Like, it's bad.
Oh.
Like, the first one is fun. Second one,
I know,
still entertaining.
Olivia Munn's boobs in the first 3 minutes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's about as far as I got into Magic Mike.
It's a fun movie though, and it again knows what it's making and it runs with it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. This one was boring. Skip it.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's everything in theaters right now, huh? So Creed 3, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
And then
I do look forward to that.
65.
I'll see anything with Adam Driver. It can be garbage, and I'll go see it with Adam Driver.
This movie looks stupid. Like, it
looks Adam Driver.
dumb. But I don't even care about Adam Driver. It has dinosaurs.
Yes.
And I'm all for that. I'm like, a guy goes back in time and just shoot dinosaurs? Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it on IMAX, Casey.
I couldn't stick with all of the, new Jurassic Park movies. No, I'm out. But this one I'm in.
Yeah. All right. But let's move to TV. I mean, is there anything that is moving you right now? Like, anything that you're like, oh, this is a must watch for people?
I never thought I would get into Formula One ever. But F1 Drive to Survive on Netflix, the docuseries that chronicles the season of the Formula One races. It's great. And the 5th season just came out.
5th season?
Yeah. I'm not into Formula One. I cannot sit down and watch a race. I kind of don't care. But I like the backstory behind it. I like seeing the racers and their, personalities and just their whole team and their team principles. And it's actually very entertaining. Never in my life did I think I would ever watch anything that is auto racing related. I mean, NASCAR still sucks. They can, whatever. That's no. But Formula One, man. Formula One, okay. The F1 Drive to Survive is great. I finally got through both seasons of White Lotus. There's another little thing that I think we're going to talk about later that I'll save because I do watch another show that I will be laughed at, so I'll let Dave laugh at me later.
All right.
Yeah, I watch a lot of TV. I've been working from home, so when my day ends, I'm already at home, and then I can just,
But have you watched The Last of Us?
I'm watching The Last of Us.
I gotta say, that is probably the best damn TV show right now.
It's very good.
It is. I don't know why, but it floors me every week. I don't know anything about the video game.
I don't either.
Yeah, but it floors me every week, and the fact that like last episode, the season finale is next week, but last episode
Already?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. Last episode, they didn't even have a fucking zombie. Not one zombie. And
well, I like that nobody's safe. You don't know who's gonna die because anybody can go.
But it's
You do not want to get attached to people watching that show.
No, I know. And that's the best part about it is the heartbreak that it leaves you with every episode. And then the next one, you're like, all right, optimism. Nope.
Nope.
Everybody is like, you're like, oh, look at this cast. It's going to be, oh shit, no one is there.
Nobody's left.
But it's awesome. And then Pedro Pascal, who's having a fucking moment right now.
That guy's fantastic.
Yeah, it's funny. I was watching The Equalizer 2 because I love Denzel, and I just realized that there was an Equalizer 2, and I was like, oh shit, I should watch this.
I never even saw Equalizer, the first one.
It's really good.
Really?
I love all those movies.
Really?
Those action movies.
Okay.
Yeah. And Pedro Pascal was in it, so yeah, that was good.
I just started watching Daisy Jones and the Six.
Nah.
I actually worked a few days on that.
That could go away.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Everybody loves the book. I didn't read the book.
That's a book.
Yeah, it was a series. Like everybody loved it.
To me, it looks like a
one-off?
bootleg. What's that movie that's in touring that everyone loves?
What?
Penny Lane. It's,
Almost Famous?
Yes, that movie.
What do you mean it's touring?
They're touring. That's how we describe things. Come on, we'll get there. But to me, Daisy Jones and the Six. That's what it.
It's okay.
Nah.
I'm watching Shrinking.
Oh, yes, that's very good.
Shrinking is good.
Yeah, I think I gotta finish it before Ted Lasso starts.
Ted Lasso's coming up, and I'm so excited. And Succession. Succession's coming up too.
Oh, that shit sucks.
And
it's so fucking boring.
No,
it's boring.
Succession is great.
I couldn't get through season 1.
Oh,
yeah.
Roman Roy is one of the best characters on TV.
No.
He's fantastic. Kieran Culkin, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess.
Oh, and Party Down. Party Down is back.
Yes.
But without Lizzie Kaplan, which makes me sad because I love her.
I love Lizzie Kaplan.
And everybody kind of has a different role in it now than they did back in the day. They're all kind of whatever. It's still enjoyable. It's still a cast of misfits, and I'm
surprised it's on Stars.
It's always been on Stars.
I know, but I'm surprised it's on Stars now.
As opposed to?
I mean,
Stars before?
Like Hulu or Netflix, because it is very white for Stars.
I don't watch anything else on Stars.
Let me tell you what's on Stars. BMF, Pussy Valley, Power Book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't know what any of these things are.
Exactly, and Step Up. Those are on Stars.
They did a series?
Oh, Step Up series is great, by the way. It's fantastic.
Well, I'm excited for Severance to come back too. And Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets is so good.
All shows I haven't seen. But
oh, Dave, why are you bad?
Too much TV.
No, Bad Sisters. Apple TV Plus. Bad Sisters. So freaking good. If you ever thought you could hate a character, you watch Bad Sisters and you hate him a little bit more, every freaking episode because he's the biggest dirtbag human being and just gets worse and worse and worse, and everybody has a reason to kill him and you don't know how he dies. You know he dies at the very first episode.
Spoiler alert.
Well, no, it's the very first episode. They're at his funeral.
Yeah.
And so it's just how did this guy die? Why did he die? Did he just happen to die? Did somebody kill him? Why would they have? Everybody has motive because he's awful, and it's such a good show. It's very Irish and it's very good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's enough of things for people to watch and see on their TVs and the movie screens. All right, Casey. Now, I'm going to talk to you about some things and ask, would you try this?
Uh-oh.
The first thing is the Borg. Would you try the Borg? Have you ever heard of this? Don't look at the screen. Just have you heard of it?
I remember seeing a headline and reading a little bit and going, huh.
All right. So here's the Borg. The Borg is the blackout rage gallon, which has become the drink of choice on college campuses across the country.
Oh, so it's an acronym. I did not realize that until I'm literally looking at it right now.
Yeah. It's made with half water, half vodka, a caffeinated flavor enhancer, and a dash of powdered electrolytes.
So wait, so that's a half gallon of vodka?
Well, it's like well, it's
That's
supposed
a half
to be.
gallon of vodka.
Yeah. All right. Well, people are in colleges are drinking them, and they're having all these parties where everyone brings their own Borg, and they name them, and they give them like a little.
They name them.
They name their Borg. They give them like
mean?
puns. Like here, let me let's find the
puns
ones.
are great.
Yes, I love puns. But look at it. So they're topped off with their labels, and they're like Soulja Borg.
Do any people in college right now even know who Soulja Boy is and know that reference?
Apparently they do, because they named us Soulja Borg, our Borg savior.
Okay.
Brown versus the Borg of Education.
Strong.
Sponge Borg. Borgingham Palace. All right. So this is going crazy because people are making their own, and it's like.
Okay, so wait, get to the backstory of this, though. So, couple things. One, it's so that people aren't blacking out.
They
so
are blacking out.
Oh, are they?
So the whole point of this...
not black out, though, right?
It's called Blackout Rage Gallon. That's the whole... It's in the name.
I see.
So,
I thought by adding electrolytes, cutting it with half water, that it's supposed to, like, not make you black out. I thought it was to prevent the blackout.
No? You black out.
Well, that's dumb.
No, here's why it's such a huge hit in college right now. Because, I'm one with the college kids, so I get it.
I didn't drink in college.
You fucking nerd.
I didn't drink till I was 23 and worked at KROQ.
And now you're a beer snob.
I am.
But here's why.
I'm classy.
Here's why they're doing it. There's no hangover. That's what the claim is. Since they have the electrolytes and half the water, they're claiming there is no hangover.
Well, if you learn to drink well, you don't have a hangover anyway.
But this is at a college party. This is college.
Yeah,
this
they're
is
all
where
dumb.
people are
young
raging.
and dumb.
Yeah, young and dumb. But now there was another question that was asked: Is this good for women?
See, okay, so looking at this from two things.
So,
one, women's
now,
perspective, and two, health and safety manager perspective.
Yeah.
You have your own jug. You are not sharing with anybody.
Exactly.
So you are not catching everybody else's COVID or cooties or whatever else.
Fuck COVID and cooties.
But
you're not getting roofied. Yes! That's the thing. That's the thing. And why is and then like this person who on her TikTok, I watched her TikTok earlier. She was so first I was like, this is so stupid. You guys are dumb. And then she explains it, and her reasoning is, you know what? Sure, it's a half gallon of vodka, but you're making
That's aggressive.
Okay, no, but you're making your own. You really don't need to put a half gallon of vodka.
That is true.
How much do you want to drink? 5 drinks?
Fair.
You put a thing. My problem with the Borg is that it's gonna get warm
and expensive.
No, it's not gonna get expensive because you put a fourth of vodka, some water in there, and the Kool-Aid, Sprite, whatever you want, Red Bull, and you just mix it up. It's fucking jungle juice, but a personalized jungle juice. So
and not made in a bathtub in bulk.
Yes, exactly, and you don't have to be like, oh, give me a scoop of that, where everyone fucking putting their cups in, and it's all nasty and gross, and oh my god. So would you try the Borg?
That is too much liquid for me.
So no Borg for Casey.
No Borg for me.
All right, let's go to Germany, and I want to ask, would you try this? Cricket flavored ice cream.
100%.
Let me tell a fucking story first. Damn it. All right, a German ice cream parlor is offering a strange new flavor, cricket. Thomas Mikoloninos.
One more time.
Mikolinos.
One more time just for fun.
Mikolinos in Rottenburg is known for its unique flavors like Gorgonzola cheese ice cream, gross.
Yes.
And gold-plated ice cream.
Weird.
Under the European Union law, crickets can be eaten, frozen, dried, or used as powder. The ice cream is made of cricket flour, heavy cream, and honey. Scoops are topped with dried crickets. According to the shop's Instagram, it has a surprisingly yummy taste. So, Casey, I'm going to ask you, would you try this?
Of course. Couple things.
Yes.
One, I think it is salt and straw.
Fuck salt and straw. I said it.
Wow,
What?
why?
I said it. It's terrible.
I mean, because the flavors are just too weird for you?
It's awful. It's also awful ice cream.
I've had better.
Yeah.
But it's good, and I like the unique flavors. Like, I like artisan ice cream weird stuff. But I'm an ice cream snob, a beer snob, and
a movie
burger
snob.
And a burger snob.
Wow.
I'm less of a movie snob. I take that back. I'm a movie snob too.
Yeah.
But no, as far as the bugs on the ice cream, crickets on ice cream, whatever, during like Halloween time, they have like a topping that has like, or an ice cream that has bugs in it. Yeah. And also, do you remember KROQ back in the day when we had a promotion for box trolls?
Oh yeah.
And they brought in the bug skewers.
They brought in a whole food truck
of like bugs.
And I had worms in a quesadilla, which was really good.
Oh, I straight up had crickets on a skewer.
Crickets on a skewer. There was a couple that I wouldn't eat. But crickets they're delicious. I have no problems eating crickets. Fine. They're fine, especially like when they're flavored.
They're harmless.
Yeah, they're harmless, and it's a good source of protein.
Sure.
So yeah.
And then you put in ice cream, and then it's all better.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, now it's time for a segment we called "Shit Only I Care About." So Casey, what's something you only care about?
Love Island UK.
I'm not familiar with Love Island.
Love Island?
Yeah. So it's TV show. It's a TV show.
It's a reality TV show, and it is garbage television, and I love every minute of it. So, you'll have like these really bad like dating shows that, especially I hate all of the American ones because it's everybody who wants to be like Instagram famous. Yeah. Right? So it's like, oh, I can get my face out there, and then I'll get an agent, and then I'll get I don't care. Love Island UK, everybody has like real jobs, unlike I'm a brand ambassador. No. You have somebody who's a freaking like, TSA agent, or somebody who's a CPA, or somebody who is a,
in the UK version,
a 5th grade teacher. Yeah. They're all kind of normal people with normal jobs. You have construction workers. They're all pretty people, obviously. But they're people who have real jobs and want to kind of live a real life. It's not somebody who's like using this as a stepping stone in their career necessarily. Yeah. Obviously it does have a big following, and it is huge over in the UK. So my friend Sarah has a VPN that she gave me her login to so that I can actually watch it when it airs in the UK and not have to wait 2 weeks until it ends up on Hulu.
Oh, so it airs here.
It does.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks later. And they have the American version, and it's not good. And they have an Australian version, and I haven't given that a shot, but I also don't care. The UK one is where it's at, and there's not that many people to talk to about it because nobody here watches it, but it's huge in the UK, and it is absolutely a blast of a garbage television show.
Do you is it like the Jersey Shore where you have like your favorite person? Like, not that you have a favorite Jersey Shore person, but like in these reality trash TV shows, like any Bravo show.
There are some definitely hateable people.
Yeah.
There's totally hateable people. And you just watch them, and because they get voted off by like the public votes.
What's the purpose of Love Island though? Like,
to find a companion, like to find like your soulmate. Like it's a lot of them leave there with actual relationships that sustain for years and years. And I was so happy to see, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? There was the which one is the wannabe fighter? Logan Paul or Jake Paul?
Both of them fight.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
One of them had a fight like 2 weeks ago.
Jake Paul.
Okay, so Jake lost to a dude named Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury, yeah.
He's from Love Island UK.
No way.
Yep. And his girlfriend, fiance, whatever, is like pregnant with their first kid.
Yeah.
I think Molly May, I think is her name.
You tell me. I don't know.
Tommy Fury and I think Molly May.
Fury May.
But sure.
But Tommy Fury comes from a boxing family.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah. But like there's a guy on Love Island this season. The season's almost over. But there's a guy on this season who's like a semi-pro or pro, like, football player, soccer. But yeah, like they'll have, those type of people every now and then. It's not somebody from, a huge Premier League team that everybody's heard of.
Yeah.
But, but Love Island UK is my one trash show that I will stand behind 100%.
That only you care about.
Very true.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about something that I care about, and I'm glad that someone's here to listen to me because I've been holding this in all weekend. The internet's calling it the Scandoval.
The what?
The Scandoval.
What is that supposed to mean? Scandoval?
Yeah.
Is somebody's last name like Sandoval?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Are you a fan of Vanderpump Rules?
Hell no.
Oh, come on. All right.
Bravo and I are not friends.
Oh, my God.
I don't watch garbage TV, but I do watch Love Island UK.
You just talked for 5 minutes about Love Island.
One show.
Okay.
One show. Not a whole network.
Well, this is my show that I watch constantly. But something happened this past weekend, and it just blew up the nation. Tom Sandoval. It came out that Sandoval.
Who is this guy?
Tom Sandoval is a guy on Vanderpump Rules. He's
Okay.
the owner. He's part of owner of the Tom Tom restaurant, and he's opening a new one called Schwartz and Sandy's.
Like Tom Tom's, like the coffee shop?
Tom Tom is a restaurant in West Hollywood.
Oh.
That it's him and Lisa Vanderpump, and it's all part of that. But he was married to a castmate, Ariana Madix, who not married. I'm sorry, they were dating for 6 years. They're practically married. They live together. Sure. They've been together for a life. It has just come out that he has been having an affair with a castmate named Raquel.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you don't understand. This Raquel last season broke off an engagement with another cast member, James Kennedy, who's the biggest douchebag in the world. So everyone's like, "Oh, Raquel, find yourself, do your thing," you know. And she
did Sandoval.
Wow, hold on. So then, like, before the season started, it just aired. Like, it just started. It premiered like 4 weeks ago, and it came out that Sandoval made out. I mean, not Sandoval. Sorry, Raquel made out with Tom Schwartz, who is Sandoval's partner and business partner, and another cast guy.
Okay.
Who just got divorced from another cast member, Katie Maloney.
I don't know if I'm following this, but continue.
Oh my god, this is so good. You don't even understand.
This is that thing I saw online that had diagrams to explain it.
Yes. This is taking over the. So this for months now, we just think that Raquel has made out with Tom Schwartz, who is the guy, and who just got divorced from his wife, and everyone was bitching at his wife was bitching at him like, "How can you do this to us?" Blah blah blah. But it turns out that Raquel and Sandoval have been having an affair for 6 months, and we think that the internet thinks that the whole Schwartz and Raquel thing was just a distraction.
Wag the dog.
I don't know what that means,
Okay,
but it was just a distraction to keep everyone away from Sandoval and their affair for the past 6 months. And so Ariana, this guy Sandoval's a fucking piece of work. I can't believe how egotistical this guy is.
So wait. So
yeah.
Me being somebody who is unfamiliar with any of this,
yes,
I'm gonna try to regurgitate that so that everybody else can follow as well.
Yes.
Okay. So the Raquel chick was with a dude that she has been with for 6 years.
No, that's Tom and Ariana. That's Tom and Ariana.
I'm already lost.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
So anyways, so it was reported that they've been having an affair, and Ariana, I'm fucking doing it. I'm so excited about this that I'm doing a terrible job recapping it. But everyone thought that Schwartz and Raquel were the ones who were hooking up, when in fact it was Raquel and Sandoval who was attached to Ariana. So he was cheating on Ariana for the past 6 months. So much so that during their affair, when Ariana would leave the house, she would come over and like sleep over and stuff like that. And when they went to Coachella,
I'm still not following any of this.
It's just so much going on. But okay, I'm gonna fast forward to all the bullshit minutia part. This is where like it gets really crazy. This is how Ariana found out. Tom is in this stupid band called Tom and the Most Extras because he pays people to play with him so he could sing, so he could live out his rock star fantasy.
He should just go to Rockstar Karaoke. Call it a day.
He should just play at the 101 and do punk rock karaoke or whatever, right? But so he does all this, and he has a show, right, at the Agora Canyon Club.
Yeah.
And
where all the old dudes go to play.
Exactly. And Raquel was with Sheena, another cast member from Vanderpump, and because Vanderpump airs on Wednesdays, right? So
I'll take your word for it.
So they do a show.
So you're missing it right now.
Oh, it's taped. I'm gonna watch it as soon as we're done. But it's there's a show called Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Yeah. So
they're all drunk and it's funny.
Yeah. So they have a bunch of people from the cast members of the show, the Housewives, fans of the Housewives, everyone. So on last Wednesday night, Ariana is at the show watching Tom. Sheena and Raquel are at Watch What Happens Live in New York. They get drunk in New York. Raquel sends sexually explicit videos to Tom. Ariana happened to have Tom's phone.
Ooh, wait, who was in the video?
Raquel.
She was.
Yeah.
And sent it to him.
Sent it to
and the
him.
other chick intercepted it. Wait, live on the show?
While watching his show.
Oh.
So.
That's messy.
It gets better. So she's like, what the fuck? So she automatically texts Raquel, what the fuck? I cannot believe you're dead to me. She texts Sheena, who's with Raquel in New York. I can't believe this is happening. Raquel is cheating with Tom. Blah blah blah.
As she's sitting next to the person that she's texting about.
Yeah, as they're partying. So
Yikes.
Mind you, this is like probably 2 a.m. New York, and
sure,
So Sheena, who in the season has been pushing Raquel to make out with Tom because she thinks that they would match up with Tom Sandoval. Schwartz, the other one. It's confusing.
It's too many people, too many names.
Too many Toms.
Sure.
Yeah, so the dorky guy, she was pushing him on the divorce guy. So she tells Raquel, what the fuck is wrong with you? How could you do this? And punches her.
Wait. So the friend that she was saying, I can't believe she was doing this to me, then punched
the girl. So Ariana texted the girl that was with Sheena, the girl that was with Raquel in New York.
So the girl with Raquel did not know.
She did not know.
Oh.
And then
when she found out, she's like, you're scummy.
You's a bitch.
Yeah.
And punched her. So
on live TV?
No, this is all. This is all.
I know this is on Watch What Happens.
No.
Great television.
It would have been fantastic television. But get this. So
Andy Cohen, step up your game.
No, Andy Cohen's on it.
Well, no. But he didn't have them live doing that.
Well, no, because the show's over. The show tapes at like 10 p.m.
I don't know these things.
But they're on it because they're still filming. They immediately sent out cameras to continue the season. So like much
added
shit.
Episodes just to get all this drama.
They're filming right now.
Oh man!
But there's just so much more that I'm just so excited. I need someone that knows what's going on so we could just bounce stuff off. But that's the shit only I care about.
Fair enough. We all have our thing.
Oh my god! But there's so much more. But you just go on TikTok and find it because you'll love it. It's
good.
The Scandoval.
I'm good.
But the thing is, here's what really sucks though, because I liked Tom, I liked Raquel, I was rooting for Raquel this season of Vanderpump until now, obviously. But remember the weenie roast where we had at Dignity, the last weenie roast we had at Dignity Health? It was the second to the last weenie roast ever.
Okay. I can't remember if I went to that one or not.
Where Blink-182 played and Panic at the Disco.
I don't think I went.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyways, I invited.
It was too far.
Yeah. Dignity Carson. Dark.
Yeah.
I invited Tom and Ariana to come, and they came, and we hung out. We had a fun night. But now it's like, damn it. So, that's it. And I think we'll end it there. Casey, thanks for the 5 days that I spent together.
Through 85 million audio problems.
Yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope the Janksters enjoyed getting to know you a little better. And I hope we could do this again.
I hope that people could understand what I was saying because I talk really fast.
You do talk really fast, and we're using one mic, and I'm sorry, Janksters, that it might not be the best quality.
It's all good.
Yeah, but until next time, squish. Say squish.
I don't know what that means.
Just say squish. Say squish.
Squish.
Thank you.